The Thoroughbred is a magnificent animal, bred for speed, bred to compete, the sport of kings.
Tama is drawing away, and Tama with Mike Smith, they win the Bet Parks Pennsylvania Derby.
It's the all-new Let's Go Racing from Parks Casino and Racetrack. It's action-packed and fun for the entire family.
Il Miracolo now in command.
Let's Go Racing is proudly brought to you by the Pennsylvania Thoroughbred Horsemen's Association.
It's fun to see them run.
Welcome to Let's Go Racing. Hope you had a great Thanksgiving and got all of your Black Friday shopping done. I'm Danny Gibson here with Dick Girardi, and on today's show we're going to talk the Pennsylvania Nursery Stakes with one of our top contenders, Notice of Action, and his trainer Bobby Ann Hawthorne. And Dick Girardi interviews one of the top race callers in the country and the voice of the Triple Crown, Larry Collmus, plus some thrilling national races. We have a great show, but I hope you had a good Thanksgiving.
I hope you did the same, Danny. I just happened to be in Orlando doing some basketball during Thanksgiving. How about you?
Great. Got to spend it with my family and ate too much pumpkin pie, but
well
I'm going to walk it off. Well, let's get to some Parks races. We're going to take a look back at Monday's 8th race. This is an optional claiming 40,000. Purse is 35,000, 6 furlongs, and our favorite is Johnny Ritt. He's really turned out to be a nice horse.
Yeah, what a cool horse this is, Danny, making his 44th lifetime start, 8 wins, 9 seconds, closing on 400,000 in career earnings.
And I love this name of our second choice, Captain Candy.
Yeah, that was my choice. I thought he'd be up near the lead. Didn't exactly turn out like I had hoped.
Here's the call of Monday's 8th race.
Magic in the Moonlight, final shot, giving chase in second, in on the rail, A Dangerous Guy to the outside, Legal Deal looms, then it's back to Violent Turbulence, Captain Candy losing some ground, and on the outside, it's G-Bird at the back, along with Fast Bob, the opening quarter, 22-3, Magic in the Moonlight, final shot, continues to track in second, A Dangerous Guy, Johnny Ritt in between horses, then it's Legal Deal, Violent Turbulence, G-Bird beginning to make up some ground at the top of the stretch, the half, 46-2, Magic in the Moonlight confronted by Final Shot, looking for some room, there's Johnny Ritt on the outside, G-Bird with a late rally, Final Shot collars the front runners, coming up the rail, Johnny Ritt with some momentum now that he has some room. Final Shot in on the rail. Johnny Ritt trying to catch him, but it is all Final Shot and Paco Lopez. G-Bert flying late for the exotics, but Final Shot gets the win.
And Final Shot gets the win. Paco Lopez teamed up with his good friend trainer Lupe Preciado. That is a homebred for Wendy, Lupe's wife, Hope's racing stable.
Yeah, it's very cool. Always in the race, never in doubt. I think you could put a line through my pick, Captain Candy. Missed the break, finished last. He'll run much better next time. When you get these speed horses that miss the break, they're great bet backs because the price goes up.
Oh, I like that. Put that one in your virtual stable. We have a big race coming up here this Tuesday. It's the Pennsylvania Nursery Stakes, 2-year-old Pennsylvania breds. This one puts Marty Jones on the map.
Indeed, it's 20 years ago now, Danny, when he ran out the TV set. Well, he won by 15 lengths, but you couldn't see the second horse, and everybody knew right then, 105 buyer speed figure for a PA bred 2-year-old in November. Look out. The rest is history. We'll see what we get this time.
Well, the field's shaping up to be very competitive. It's going to be Tuesday's 9th race. We caught up with one of our local trainers, Bobby Ann Hawthorne, who sends out Notice of Action. She bought him for a mere $15,000 as a yearling. Here's what she has to say about her exciting Pennsylvania bred. Here with trainer Bobby Ann, who's getting Notice of Action ready for our PA Nursery Stakes. And you've been out here working this morning. How is he doing coming into the race?
He seems to be doing well, Danny. Everything's a go so far. He's been so exciting. You know, hopefully he continues running as well as he's been.
Has he exceeded your expectations of what you thought when you bought him out of the sale?
He has. You know, we bought him for $15,000. It's not like he was, a real large purchase. So he's definitely done way better than we ever expected.
What would it mean to your barn, your small stable, if he wins the PA Nursery Stakes? You already won the Prince of Lucky Stakes. What would that mean to have that also in your record?
Oh, it would just be incredible. Even to get 3 in a row, to have him win the nursery would just be fabulous.
He's got a huge personality. Tell me about Notice of Action here in the barn.
He's like a pony. Honestly, he does not have a pulse. Everybody loves him. You can go up to the stall. He's an absolute love bug. To train him, he's just wonderful. You could put a 2-year-old on him and to ride him. He's just lovely.
Bobby Ann, you're a small stable. You just accomplished winning your first stakes. What are some of the dreams and goals you have for Notice of Action, and how far do you think this horse could take you?
Well, I really don't know, but to go all the way would just be absolutely insane. So go Notice.
Look, Bobby Ann is here every day. She gets on a lot of her own horses. It would be really cool to see her get her second stakes victory. I have a lot of faith in this horse. I think this horse is going to do big things here in Pennsylvania.
I'm with you. This is a really talented horse. We'll see if he's just a PA bred or can he go beat Open Company. But right now, this is a very good horse in this race.
Well, make sure you get out here Tuesday. It's the 9th race, the Pennsylvania Nursery Stakes. Well, it is that time of the month. We're going to have our show On the Rail that will follow our show at the bottom of the hour. We caught up with our friends Jessica and Chris on what's coming up this week on the Rail.
Thanks, Dick. Thanks, Danny. I'm Jessica Paquette, joined with the PTHA's Chris Griffin, and we're excited to bring you this month's On the Rail. It's a jam-packed show. Coming up, we have an interview with trainer Tim Shaw. We mic up Butch Reed. We get a haircut with Andy Hernandez. And we also learn about the job of an equine dentist. I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's a jam-packed show. It's really coming your way, and we love doing this show once a month. So we'll be back right here with On the Rail right after Let's Go Racing.
Well, make sure you check it out. On the Rail comes up right after our show, Let's Go Racing. But we're going to take our first break, but we have a great interview with you. Larry Collmus, front and center, reunites with his good buddy Dick Girardi, plus some national races, all coming up on your favorite show, Let's Go Racing.
Nothing Better's got the lead. Here comes Dancing Buck up on the outside and Four Harp. Boats are rocking, looking for room down towards the inside.
The Excite Center at Parks Casino, the region's hottest live entertainment venue. Check out your favorite concerts, comedy, boxing, MMA, all at the #1 casino in Pennsylvania. Don't miss country superstar and 14-time Grammy Award winner Martina McBride on Saturday, December 16th. And she brings her Joy of Christmas tour to the stage of the Excite Center inside Parks Casino. Parks Casino, this is how you win. This is how you win. Tickets on sale now.
The question a lot of people are asking themselves these days is, do I buy new or do I buy pre-owned? Here's what I'll tell you. New car inventories are still low and new car prices are still high. However, with the certified pre-owned Nissan at Chapman Nissan, we have a huge selection and you can save thousands over new. Plus a 7-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty, roadside assistance, 1-year prepaid maintenance, and so much more. And not for nothing. Can you really tell the difference? I can't.
For years, the Wager Warrior has protected our tracks. Now he's on a mission to help his fellow warriors win big. Let's see how it's going.
Boats Are Rockin' has been having a good run. He's definitely gonna show. Should I risk it on the win?
Hey you, over here. No, down here. Check out the past performances. I've sent them to your email. I was just trying to help. Go to PennHorseRacing.com/WagerWarriors to get your past performances today.
The Pennsylvania Thoroughbred Horsemen's Association is the advocate for Parks Racing's horsemen and has worked hard to secure better lives for the hundreds of trainers and their families that work in the thoroughbred racing industry. Our horsemen benefit from medical coverage, trainer pension plans, and increased purses. Thanks to these horsemen, racing at Parks is the very best, providing entertainment for you and the entire family. The Pennsylvania Horsemen are proud to be part of the community and introduce a new generation of fans to the sport of kings.
Welcome back to Let's Go Racing. Well, if you've seen any of the Triple Crown races, you will know this voice, Larry Collmus. He's one of the top race callers in our country and a good friend of yours.
He is a good friend of mine. I've known Larry for 4 decades, Danny. In fact, I knew him when he was in high school at Mount St. Joe's, where one of his classmates was the Eagles defensive coordinator on their Super Bowl winning team, Jim Schwartz. And so Larry, the voice of the Triple Crown, the voice of the Breeders' Cup, and I got a chance to catch up with him in a recent conversation.
Larry, you and I have known each other, I just figured out yesterday when you texted me, for 40 years. Is that possible?
Yeah, I think that's about right. I think, let's see, I was starting coming around the track when I was 15, 16 years old in Maryland, and that would have been in the early 1980s. So, yeah. It's been a long time.
I remember you calling races at Pimlico, like I think you told me you were up in Jack Harmon's booth up above the press box, and then in the old press box at Bowie, just into a tape recorder. What was your goal when you were doing that? What were you thinking was going to happen?
When I first started to come around the track, I was looking for, just to have some sort of a job, because I just loved being there. I knew I fit in right away, and just embraced all the characters there, especially up in the press box. And one day I just heard all these different race callers call races, and I'm like, maybe I can do that. So I started started practicing, calling races into a tape recorder, and my goal was to be a guy that got to call races for real at the track, and that was it. I didn't think it would go anywhere as far as it has.
Your first race call was when and where?
First race call was at Bowie. It was June 5th, 1985. It was Tiara's Flame was the name of the horse, trained by King Leatherberry, ridden by Alberto Delgado. And that's how we got started.
And the first major job was at the old Birmingham Turf Club, which was a track that you were literally the first announcer because it was just a place that just opened. What was that experience like in Alabama?
We had so much fun down there. I remember originally the Alabama Racing Commission wanted to make the age 21 years old to get in, and Chick Lang Jr. said, does my announcer need some sort of a note from his father? He's only 20.
So Birmingham, Golden Gate, Suffolk Downs, Monmouth Park, Gulfstream, the Naira tracks. I know I'm not listing them all. Do you have any idea how many
One year at
places
Churchill.
you've called?
Yeah, there's been a ton of them, and it's just so much fun to go to all these different places. Went to Penn National and called the Penn Mile this year.
So 2011, Churchill Downs, I'm in the press box, and I look up right before the Derby, and there you are, and I gave you a little high sign. What was that moment like calling the Derby for the first time?
When the horses passed the wire of the Kentucky Derby, and I realized I had just called the race, I looked down, and the first person I saw was you. I remembered, my brain went back to calling races in the press box in Maryland, and you being there and the whole thing, and just the full circle just hit me like a brick, and I just started bawling. And so it was partially your fault, but it was quite an experience.
You've called so many great ones since then. I've read it, so I don't even have to ask you what your highlight was. It was obviously the 2015 Triple Crown with American Pharoah. What is going through your head at that point?
When the race is going, you're in the moment. The whole week leading up, I talked to so many people, reaching out, because it looked like it was a strong possibility that he could finally be the horse that did this thing. I remember reaching out to Tom Hammond, who was the host of the show and had done so many huge sports moments. And I said, Tom, a couple of people have said I should just wing it and not prepare anything or whatever. And I remember he said, Larry, you're going to call a moment of history. You better have the right thing to say. And so all week, all I thought was, what are people thinking? What's it all about? And it was simple. The 37-year wait is over. Finally, the one. When I said he won the Triple Crown, all of a sudden it was just, I just knew that my job was done, and then I could savor the moment with everybody else. You could hear the roar downstairs, you're 8 floors up, and I'm like, oh my God.
And American Pharoah makes his run for glory as they come into the final furlong. Frosted is second with 1/8 of a mile to go. American Pharoah's got a 2-length lead. Frosted is all out at the 16th pole. And here it is. The 37-year wait is over. American Pharoah is finally the one. American Pharoah has won the Triple Crown.
I just called the first Triple Crown winner in 37 years, and it's like I can't believe it.
Cody's Wish became personal to, I think, everybody in the sport, but especially to you. Why did that hit you so hard?
The first time I saw the story, I was like, oh my God, this kid and his amazing family, and then all of a sudden there's this racehorse who just acts like his best friend, like that they've known each other forever, and they have, because he had known Cody's Wish since he was 6 months old, and Cody's Wish somehow remembered Cody each and every time, and it just tore at your heart. This whole thing was just amazing. I just called the race how I felt.
Larry, we couldn't let you go without having you do call of your favorite announcer, just for the people around Philadelphia. I need to hear a little Jack Lamar.
He's running 8th with 5/16 of a mile to run. How about that? Is that okay?
I used to like 15/16 of a mile.
I love Jack Lamar. He was so much fun to listen to, because every race was kind of the same, but every once in a while he'd say something and he'd catch you off guard, and I just love listening to Jack Lamar and getting a chance to meet him, and we had so much fun.
Larry, thanks, bro. Appreciate it very much.
Yeah, my pleasure.
Wow, what a cool interview. And Larry, he just makes you feel the races with his voice.
He does indeed. It's awesome that he's become the guy, the voice of horse racing, a guy I've known for 40 years. I mean, I know him when he's a 16-year-old. It's very cool.
And I got to eat Derby pie with him in Kentucky.
Yes, you did. You were at Pat's when Larry was part of the Last Supper. It was this giant table. Everything but the apostles were there.
Well, let's get into our national races. We're going to take a look at Aqueduct. Last Saturday, it's the $150,000 Turf Sprint Championship, 6 furlongs. This was a really good race. Our Shot is the post-time favorite.
Yeah, Our Shot, big favorite, but boy, there's some horses of interest for us. Witty the 8, the PA bred we've seen many times. And keep an eye on the 5. Boats Are Rocking, owned by our good buddy Jeff Maddie. 44-1 they let the boat go off. How could they do such a thing?
Ooh, big thing. Here's Chris Griffin with the call of the Turf Sprint Championship.
Nothing better, and Boats Are Rocking. They're 1-2. Just off of them is going to be Dancing Buck, who's now found third. Up on the outside, here comes 4 Harp, who's progressing through the pack, is now 4th. Up on the outside of Our Shot, who's back to 5th. Behind them, that's Vacation Dance. Allegan is in behind horses there towards the tail end of the field with Grateful Bread. Also rallying on, Run Curtis Run is back there with Thin White Duke, and the trailer, that's Witty, who's the trailer in the field. They went 21-4, pumped up opening quarter mile here. Nothing Better's got the lead. Here comes Dancing Buck up on the outside and 4 Harp. Boats Are Rocking, looking for room down towards the inside. Also, Our Shot has moved to the outside. Allegan has found a nice seam and is coming after the leader as well. It's Nothing Better who kicks on. Nothing Better is in front. Boats Are Rocking has taken second, and here comes Boats Are Rocking trying to pull off a shocker. It's Nothing Better who's in front, is up by 1.5 lengths. Boats Are Rocking is getting closer. It's Nothing Better who's fending up. Boats Are Rocking. Allegan third. Nothing Better wins the Turf Sprint Championship. Boats Are Rocking, a big number for second. Then came Allegan.
Wow, what a finish. Nothing Better gets the win for Jorge Duarte, but Boats Are Rocking making a big run for second place.
Yeah, no question. Jeff had to be thrilled with his horse. It was interesting, Danny. Last time he got a 94 Beyer, which is a career best. People think, well, that's just a one-off. Whenever you see that and you get a big price the next time, consider that maybe that's how the horse is going to run, because he did it again. Boats Are Rocking. What a cool horse. 28 starts now, 11 wins, 7 seconds. Closing on 300 grand. Jeff's got to be absolutely thrilled with the boat.
Absolutely. What a cool horse. And it's really cool that you teach all these little handicapping nuggets. Hope everybody pays attention, because this guy knows what he's talking about.
Yeah, I've done this for a few years. I've been through the battles.
I listen and I take notes. Well, let's stick with the turf. We're going to go back to Friday at Aqueduct. This is Fillies and Mares in the $150,000 Autumn Days. 6 furlongs on the turf. This is the final weekend of turf. And our favorite is number 12, Dance Macabre. But all eyes are on All That Magic coming from Post 1. Kate DeMasi teaming up with her man Kendrick Carmouche. A lot of wins between them two.
And this is a really cool filly. She's had a great run on the turf.
Here's the Autumn Days Stakes.
They're chasing 51-1 shot. Lady Milagro. Lady Milagro went 21-3 and ripped through that opening quarter. Right to the inside, it's Salvaje. Headland is just off of her, and they're second and third. All That Magic is alone in the 4th position, chasing this hot tempo. Dance Macabre is running on in Sterling Silver. From the back, there's Poppy Flower, also Loon Cry, and the trailer. It's a keeper. They're chasing Lady Milagro, who's got the lead, went 43-4 for that half-mile time. Lady Milagro trying to pull off a big upset at 51-1 and has not stopped yet. It's Lady Milagro. Here comes Dance Macabre is in full pursuit, but running out of time. Can Lady Milagro get there? A 16th to go. It's Lady Milagro. She's still up by 2.5. Lady Milagro at 51-1.
And Lady Milagro just freaked and took him gate to wire. Louis Rivera Jr., we get to see him ride here all the time. The Park's got his first stakes win. All That Magic came with a big run. They have to be thrilled with how she finished her year.
No question. She ran third. It looked like she was going nowhere at one point, but then she came back, won a 3-horse photo. And Lady Milagro, 51-1. I did not have her. I did have All That Magic. Unfortunately.
Same here. Well, let's keep it going on the turf. We're going to go back to Saturday. This is the Grade 2 Hill Prince Stakes. This is for 3-year-olds going that 1.8 distance, $250,000. Now, we love this horse. Integration, he's been a lot of fun for Shug McGahee to watch.
Yeah, only 2 starts, won the Virginia Derby in his 2nd start, ran away from Chad Brown Stakes winner, Program Trading, and our man, Kendrick Carmouche, is aboard. Watch this horse. This is some powerhouse grass horse.
In the Hill Prince, here it goes.
They are chasing Laurel Valley and Dylan Davis at 65-1. Equitize has been there the entire journey. Is 3/4 of a length off the leader at 5-1 right there in second. Went 47.43 for that half-mile time. I'm Very Busy is to the inside here of the favorite in Integration, and Integration is 4-5 on the board and is right there in striking position here, moving forward here from the third spot. It is trying to pounce on the leaders right now as they move into the far turn. Down at the rail is Freedom Trail, who's made up a lot of ground, and Freedom Trail is now tipped off the rail and moved to the outside and looks to have some run as they've got a quarter mile left to go. Laurel Valley has kicked. Equitize is now sprinting for home. So is Integration, and Integration is trying to fend off an I'm Very Busy, who's trying to move towards the outside, but Integration is just sprinting clear. Look at this run, is drifting well out, but Integration is now opening up on this field, is well out into the turf course, but no doubt about your winner. Integration, much the best here at 4-5 in the Hill Prince.
And Integration proving he is all that and then some. 3 for 3, winning by 5 lengths.
Yeah, he's by Quality Road. He's a sensational sire out of a terrific dam, Harmonize, who was the Del Mar Oaks winner in 2016. It's all turf, and Kendrick Carmouche told me this is the best horse I have ever sat on, and he's going to keep sitting on him in 2024. Pegasus Turf's probably a long shot, but Shug McGaughey's talking about a spring-summer campaign, maybe Churchill Downs Derby week. Look out. This is a big-time grass horse. Integration might be the best in the country in 2024.
Well, really exciting. Well, that wraps up the turf up in New York, so we'll look forward to seeing all those horses back in the spring. We're going to head to another break, but you don't want to go anywhere. We have our jockey and trainer and best of the rest, some local horses doing big things in our races.
Did you know absolutely no taxpayer dollars support the Pennsylvania horse racing industry? In fact, racing generates $1.6 billion that pays taxes, creates jobs, and more, right here in Pennsylvania.
If you want action and you want it now, you got to get the new Parks Racing mobile app. Wager and watch thoroughbred and harness racing from around the world. With the Parks Racing mobile app, it's easy to open and fund your account. Then place your wagers and cheer on your horse as they thunder down the stretch. With the Parks Racing mobile app, you'll easily make withdrawal requests, view the previous day's replays and results. Plus, open any new account now and you'll be automatically enrolled in the Parks Rewards program. The more you wager, the more you earn. Get the new Parks Racing mobile app and get in on the action.
The Excite Center at Parks Casino, the region's hottest live entertainment venue. Check out your favorite concerts, comedy, boxing, MMA, all at the #1 casino in Pennsylvania. Don't miss the mind-blowing magic and illusions of the one and only Michael Carbonaro on Friday, December 15th. This legendary performer will light up the stage at the Excite Center inside Parks Casino. Parks Casino, this is how you win. This is how you win. Tickets on sale now.
Racehorses are pampered.
Treated with care and loved.
Nothing is more important than their health and their safety.
We do right by them.
And they do right by us.
The hard-working folks
who proudly earn our living.
In Pennsylvania's horse racing
and breeding industries.
Horse racing is a lot of fun.
But it's so much more.
It provides tens of thousands of jobs.
Jobs. And billions in economic impact each year.
All across the Commonwealth.
Horse racing in Pennsylvania. It's a winner.
Welcome back to Let's Go Racing. Our Jockey and Trainer of the Week is brought to you by Turning for Home. Congratulations, Ruben Silvera. He had a great week, lots of multiple wins, and you got to love his hustle. He rides here, he rides in New York, he's everywhere.
Yeah, he's terrific, and Jockey of the Week.
Trainer of the Week is Mike Serzakis. Him and his wife, Peggy, have been around for a long time.
They have.
Mike had a big win here.
Yeah, good for them. They're a good group, and it's nice to see them back in the winner's circle.
Absolutely. Let's get to best of the rest. We're going to take a look back at Monday's 9th race. This is an optional claiming $16,000 if they're in for the tag. 6 furlongs, $50,000 big purse there. We're going to see the 2 Grays throwing it down on the front end. Cold Feet is our post-time favorite.
He is, but Masur is going to get the perfect run here, sitting off the speed duel, and is just barely going to get up over Cold Feet, who ran a winning race and just finished second. Masur by a neck at the wire.
Yeah, really cool to see Masur do something different, lunging at the start, but he still got in the big, powerful win. Well, let's go to Ohio. It's the Mahoning Valley Steel Valley Sprint going 6 furlongs. Damon's Mound going to get the tables turned on him here.
It's actually the Gallant Bob Alumni Day is what it is at Mahoning Valley. Damon's Mound, the 6-5 favorite. The 2 is on the lead the whole way. Rivet, another horse, remember we told you sometimes you can ignore races. Rivet is going to come flying late, the 4. He was a very 5-2 here, 4th 11-1. at Mahoning Valley Rivet for Steve Asmussen gets it done.
Yeah, and even cooler, his son Keith Asmussen was in the saddle. Talk
Indeed.
about a family win.
Well done.
Well, let's go out to Kentucky. We're talking about the second race from Saturday at Churchill Downs. It's a $20,000 claiming race going a mile and 16. Fillies and mares. We're interested in it because Mike Pino has Baby Gundam with Joe Talamo riding.
Yeah, it's Mike Pino and Dan Ryan's Smart Angle stable. And this horse is going to demolish this field at Churchill Downs, win by almost 6 lengths. And when they give you a $52,000 purse for 20 claimers, hey, why not go to Churchill and get $30,000 for your money?
And Baby Gundam's been one consistent horse. She did get claimed, so she'll be running out in Kentucky, but what a payday to win in a claim.
Yeah, $50,000 in the pocket for the owner, not a bad deal.
Well, let's go out to Del Mar. We have 2-year-olds in the grade 3. Bob Hope, $100,000 purse, 7 furlongs in. Bob Baffert unleashes a beast here.
Yeah, I'm going to correct you, Danny. We have a 2-year-old in this race, the 5, Nisos. Watch this. This is absurd. This is a second lifetime win, won by 10, wins by almost 9. Watch the gallop out. He's up by 20. 97 buyer. The only faster 2-year-old in the country is Fierceness, who won the Breeders' Cup. Unfortunately, he's another horse with no place to go because Baffert is still banned from the Kentucky Derby, which is total insanity.
Well, we'll see what happens there with Nisos. Well, it is time for Eye on Racing. And of course, we are looking forward to our Tuesday big race as the Pennsylvania Nursery Stakes.
Yeah, make sure you get out of here. Who knows what kind of future star you could see.
Absolutely. And a couple of races down at Laurel Park. I know Butch Reed's going to send King Kumble and 90% Maddie to run down there. A couple stakes around the country, but we're all looking forward to Tuesday.
Yes, we are. Get at it.
We're going to head to our final break, but don't go anywhere. We have parks, picks, and news and notes all coming up on your favorite TV show, Let's Go Racing.
The Excite Center at Parks Casino, the region's hottest live entertainment venue. Check out your favorite concerts, comedy, boxing, MMA, all at the #1 casino in Pennsylvania. Don't miss country superstar and 14-time Grammy Award winner Martina McBride on Saturday, December 16, as she brings her Joy of Christmas tour to the stage of the Excite Center inside Parks Casino. Parks Casino, this is how you win. This is how you win. Tickets on sale now.
Welcome back to Let's Go Racing. Hope everybody is having a wonderful holiday weekend. It is time for Dick and I to put our money where our mouth is in Parks Picks. And why not go big with the Pennsylvania Nursery Stakes? We've been talking about it all show.
Who do you like?
Well, there's a few horses I just want to point out, okay? There's a few real standouts. Uncle Heavy, Notice of Action, Kelly's Kids, and
Make
Twilight Dancer.
I don't want to hear all this stuff.
Notice of Action.
I knew you were going there. I like Uncle Heavy. Great debut. And how could I not pick a horse named after Mark Reed, who is known affectionately by his family as Uncle Heavy?
And he lives up to the name. He is a big boy.
Heavyweight wrestling champion in the ACC at the University of
I was
Maryland.
talking about the horse as a big boy. Well, that wraps it up for us. But come out here. We are racing Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, post time 12:05. It is now time for On the Rail. Stick around.
And they're off. Skippy Longstocking has early speed. We the people from in between horses. Taba has got the lead now. It's Taba in the center of the racetrack, but Taba is drawing away. And Taba with Mike Smith, they win the Bet Parks Pennsylvania Derbies.